Good morning and welcome back to Cityline. With me, as you saw in the prior segment, they were just hanging out in the Cityline Comfort Cafe. They've made their way over to the comfy couch. And this segment is about Metro Parks, and you know how much I love Metro Parks. Summer meals and playground, but it's more than just a community meal service. And just to refresh our memories, Metro Parks creates beautiful opportunities. I put the beautiful in there. Opportunities to learn, play, and grow. So let's get to know our people on the couch. Cheryl Blessings, what a name, first off. Wow. Youth Services Recreation Supervisor for Metro Parks Tacoma. Welcome to the comfy couch.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. You brought with you Jamie Kidlard. You are the Summer Meals Program Director for Metro Parks Tacoma. Welcome, my dear. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And rounding out there, Ms. Heidi Burke. You are the Summer Meals Program Monitor for Metro Parks. Yeah. It's a trinity of goodness on the couch. Thank you for being here. So, first off, Jamie, let's talk about, we have a video that we are going to talk over, but what is the Summer Meals Program? Because if we have parents who are like, what? There's a Summer Meals Program? What do we say to them?
Yeah, so Summer Meals Program, it's a free lunch program across the whole Tacoma district. We operate Monday through Friday with meal service from 12:30, free meal service actually from 12:30 to 1:30 at multiple different sites.
That is incredible. And it kind of picks up where if you are a family that relies upon your student to be fed at breakfast and lunch in schools, which the last time Michelle Douglas was on here from Emergency Food Network, she said 58% of our youth are on assisted meal programs. This creates, it goes in place of that. So young kids who are facing food insecurity because those programs at school maybe are on hiatus, Metro Parks steps in and says, let's feed you. So who can participate and receive these nutritious meals, Heidi? Give us a full breadth.
18 and younger, Tacoma
Wow.
youth. Yeah, they can show up and we'll take care of them. Yeah.
That is, I mean, my mother heart just went, whoosh.
Yeah, exactly.
That is incredible. So as little as, let's say, I mean, don't quote me, a year old or 2 years old or 3 years old, all the way up to 18. That's a lot of meals. That's incredible. So Cheryl, based upon that, since you are on the front line and you start thinking about this, you know, just like City of Destiny Awards did 6 months earlier, if not more, why is this program so important for us?
It's very important because we do have a lot of students who rely on that meal, and we have a lot of food insecurities. There are food deserts in our city, and this just provides access to them, and they're allowed to see other caring adults in the community who just not only wants to feed them, but also engage and interact.
Yeah, and when you say food desert, for our audience, I want you to describe, what is a food desert?
Where within a 5-minute to 10-minute walk, they don't have access to grocery stores that can offer fresh vegetables and have that access
that
to healthy
exists
meals.
in our city, the food deserts. So how have summer meals impacted that food desertness in our community, Cheryl?
It's done a lot of great things in our community. Summer meals programming has been around for a long time, and I had an impact meetup one day where I was trying to activate one of our cards for Metro Parks, and this person said, Metro Parks, you saved my life. When I was younger, I couldn't walk across the street to a park, and you allowed us to be able to walk to McKinley Park and receive meals and had playground activities. And for those summers, my siblings and I were able to have caring adults and have nutritious food for ourselves.
Oh my God, that is just huge. I mean, that is the reason why you three do what you do. Can there be a higher calling than to run into someone who says, your work saved my life? Okay, you can all three retire now. It doesn't get any better than this. So, Jamie, besides the distribution of the meals, are there other activities in the program? I mean, not that not that feeding somebody is not the ultimate gift, because food's the great uniter, food is love. But knowing Metro Parks, there's a learn in there someplace. So what happens next?
Correct. So we also offer the Playgrounds program, which is a drop-in program free of charge, so don't have to worry about that cost there. We offer a whole bunch of different activities, from, group activities to individualized activities like coloring. We operate from 10 to 3 p.m. So it's a whole day
Wow.
of activities. Anybody can drop in. We have, I think, about 6 different playground sites this year across the Tacoma district, as always. And yeah.
I love that. So from 10 until 3, and boy, as I think about caregivers and parents who are working more than one job, which is very common these days, 10 to 3 are those core hours that we all kind of have to be doing what we're doing. And to know that your child is having their brain stimulated and also their stomach filled up, it doesn't get any better than that, because summertime, our brains tend to go to sleep. And there's a direct connection between nutrition and learning. And Metro Parks has already cracked the nut on that. So put a GoPro on your head there, Miss Jamie, because I know as a parent, when my child was involved with camps, I wanted to know exactly what they were going to experience from the moment they walked in, who was checking them in, who was picking them up. So give us the 411 here. What are we going to see?
All right, so usually we like to break the mornings and the afternoons kind of in half. So, when you're getting to the parks at 10 in the morning, you don't want to, dive straight into a big activity like, running around. So we start off with kind of low structure activities. At one point we had a park do stretches first before they start, doing maybe a little running, a little game of tag. We have sports balls that kids like to kind of just play around with at first, to get them going, but then we kind of move on a little bit towards lunch. The energy starts to pick up, the kids start getting rowdy, they start getting, more excited for the day. So that's when we go into our higher energy activity, I'd like to say. This can be a group game, this can be, lawn bowling. We have parachutes and stuff that, gets the kids going. And then after, they're hungry now. So we stop those activities and do our meal service for about an hour, make sure the kids clean up, throw away their trash, make sure everything is all put away before we get going again. Same thing, after you're done eating, you're full, right? So you don't really want to go into such a big activity. We start off with low structured activities again. So sometimes after, kids just want to color, they just want to play with building blocks, but they get a little tired of that. And then we go straight into those high energy activities again.
What I am struck with as I've been listening to you and also just loving the GoPro is that this is so, love is in the details in these programs. When you think about the energy level of kids and you think about maybe they haven't even received a meal when they got there, or maybe they're terrified and they're nervous and they're too nervous to even eat anything, you have really learned how to crack that nervousness, get them to come together as a team, but get them to also eat together, which has its own unifying effects. And then based upon the energy they have, then they go into something else. That is fantastic. All right, Miss Heidi, I want to hear about this. I can hear the parents going, but what are you feeding them? Let's talk about farm to table.
Oh, farm to table, I'm pretty excited about, because you've been to a farmer's market.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful produce. And so it's giving us an opportunity to hopefully partner with some close by farms to get some fresh produce, that just has that little more oomph, being grown in our, Puyallup Valley area and things like that. We'll also have some nutrition activities and games to kind of where does your food come from? Mom goes to the store, comes back, and there's food, but there's a little more to it, right? So we're going to be partnering with some people in the community, hopefully, and teach the kids where their food comes from, and hopefully even do a little seed planting here and there that they can take home and grow their own treasure.
I love that, because for many children, you know, Safeway is the store. That's
Right.
where you go.
It's magic.
But to understand the environment and growing, that's a whole different world. I love that. Jamie, are you looking for other community partners like Heidi talked about to provide services in those summer meals and playground locations?
Yeah, we are definitely looking for, any partners who are interested in partnering with us. Like, for example, we have Pierce County Transit. They're coming in this summer to do some curriculum with the kids and, teach them about the public transportation because, transportation is free for 18 and under here. So yeah, if anybody is interested, we would love to hear from you. Please just contact, the numbers that are on the screen.
Yes, we've been showing your website and we've been showing underneath all those beautiful faces. Last question, Cheryl. When you think about the vision for this program, in this next minute and a half, what are some things that wake you up in the middle of the night and you think have to happen?
I believe we need to expand the program and create more access to our community, especially all the children. And I think that being able to provide nutritious meals and physical activity and engaging young people, that is the
Yes.
mission of Metro Parks Tacoma, and we would love to create more access for families.
I love that. Okay, so let's play a game. And I want you to go first, Heidi, then
Okay.
you, Jamie, then you, Cheryl. If you had to pick one word that this program will be known for, what would it be, Heidi?
One word.
Or a phrase?
Community.
Yes. Jamie.
I was going to say the same thing. But if I had to choose a different word, I'd say energy, for sure.
Energy. And Cheryl, blessings with a name like that, what do you have to say?
I'll go with blessing.
I love that. I want to say thank you to the three of you. You are a powerhouse, but also the people that you represent, the volunteers, the playgrounds. This is not an easy program to put on. This is like air traffic controlling at its finest. And you make it look so easy. So I just want to say thank you for caring so much about our youth up to the age of 18 and being a parent's co-parent and their best friend. And I want you on at the end of the summer to talk about what's next. Deal?
Yes.
Deal.
All right.
Definitely.
Oh, looks like we got another person in the Cityline Comfort Cafe. The one, the only, Jerome J.D. Davis. We'll be right back after this quick message.